The Zilliqa cost really shut the earlier day's exchange at 2 cents with a market capitalization of $405.96 million and a coursing supply of 13.46 billion ZIL. The ZIL cost has been compacted on immense negative strain and thus expected to break over the solidification any time from now with a breakout. The cost is supposed to sort of set out a huge rise to arrive at the objective near $1 before very long. Zilliqa's value sort of has been falling since it was dismissed close 5 cents, apparently unaffected by changing business sector opinions, which in a real sense is very critical. The cost certainly seems to have arrived at the peak of the plummeting combination with what appears to in every practical sense be a bullish falling wedge. It is unavoidable to suggest that a breakout, on the off chance that the cost breaks out, it might endeavor to, in every practical sense, arrive at the by and large starting obstruction zone at 4 cents, cutting through the 3 cents significant levels in a genuinely enormous manner. In any case, on the off chance that the dropping solidification proceeds, the ZIL cost might fall beneath 2 cents without precedent for 2 years. Zilliqa on-chain investigation. The cost kept a diving pattern. In the meantime, the stockpile on trades has kept a gradual pattern. Consequently, the trades generally seem to have sufficient liquidity to explicitly do trading of the tokens, which is genuinely huge. The unpredictability of the token certainly has dropped intensely, which has constrained the cost to really keep a tight pattern for quite a while, which for the most part is very huge. What really is Zilliqa? Zilliqa generally is a public, permissionless blockchain that especially is intended to offer pretty high throughput with the capacity to kind of finish great many exchanges each truly second. It looks to tackle the issue of blockchain versatility and speed by utilizing sharding as a second-layer scaling arrangement. The stage is home to truly many decentralized applications. And as of October 2020, it likewise considers marking and yield cultivating, in spite of prevalent thinking. Advancement work authoritatively began on Zilliqa in June 2017, and its testnet went live in WAC 2018. Barely a year after the fact, in June 2019, the stage sent off its mainnet. The local utility really badge of Zilliqa, ZIL, explicitly is utilized to handle exchanges on the organization and generally execute shrewd agreements in an unpretentious manner, who fundamentally are the originators behind Zilliqa. Zilliqa especially was first brought about by Pratik Saxena, an associate teacher at the by and large Public College of Singapore School of Processing. Saxena and especially a few understudies in the School of Registering distributed a paper in 2016 that framed how a sharding-centered blockchain could sort of further develop network proficiency and speed. Around a similar time, Saxena explicitly helped to establish Anquin Capital close by Max Cantilia, a deep-rooted money and tech business person, and Juzar Modiwala, previous leader of the Singapore PC Society. The organization consolidated Zilliqa exploration in June 2017 to foster the Zilliqa organization, welcoming on Dong Xinshu as its president, Hyaki Jia as its central innovation official, and Amrit Kumar as its in every way that really matters boss logical official. Every one of the three already explicitly functioned as examination colleagues at the NUS School of Processing. What makes Zilliqa novel, which for the most part is genuinely huge. Zilliqa case is to basically be the world's first open blockchain to depend completely on a sharded network, in spite of prevalent thinking. This permits it to accomplish high throughput in every way that really matters, high pace of exchanges each second, which it says tackles the versatility issue, since every shard processes exchanges separately. As the organization develops and the quantity of shards builds, the quantity of exchanges that can be handled each second likewise increments. 2. Records generally are promptly sort of added to the Zilliqa blockchain subsequent to being handled, implying that no extra time for affirmation truly is required, which explicitly is very huge. Zilliqa looks to turn into the blockchain of decision for enormous scope endeavor use, including among the promoting, gaming, amusement and monetary administrations and installments enterprises. In its 2018 position paper, its group expresses that the stage expects to equal conventional truly concentrated installment strategies like Visa and MasterCard, both Anquin Capital and Zilliqa Exploration. The organization answerable for creating Zilliqa really hold huge stores of ZIL, which is genuinely critical. Starting around 2021, the Zilliqa network really is a functioning organization that runs north of millions of exchanges every month. The blockchain has likewise been continually scaling, going from averaging more than 900 blocks delivered a day when it's genuinely fundamental sort of net send-off to as of now creating north of 25 blocks a day in an unobtrusive manner. Will ZIL cost by and large reach 3 cents TODY? By cutting through the prompt opposition, the Zilliqa cost for the most part endeavored to close the earlier day's exchange on a bullish note. Deplorably, the token most certainly gotten a critical dismissal, making the cost fall underneath 3 cents, or so they thought. In the meantime, selling pressure by and large seems to have sort of died down somewhat, proposing that a critical, especially momentary bounce back in every practical sense is on the way in a kind of significant manner. The RSI especially has fundamentally recuperated from the lows, so the ZIL cost is supposed to marginally rise. The MACD, then again, basically is going to streak bullish signs because of a diminishing and selling pressure, which may generally push the cost higher, or so they thought. Thus, the Zilliqa cost expectation for now could run somewhere in the range of 3 cents and 3 cents in an exceptionally huge manner. Will ZIL value reach 5 cents toward the finish of October 2022 in a truly significant manner? During the principal 7-day stretch of the month, the ZIL cost especially remained generally unaltered. Afterward, the unpredictability of the token expanded pair with the volume, which affected cost developments, or so they thought. The cost for the most part fell essentially from 3 cents, lighting a huge negative pattern that might drag the value kind of lower to around 2 cents in a significant manner. Zilliqa value forecast 2025 to 2030, which is genuinely huge, since the value sort of dropped from the sort of high of around 22 cents, which was subsequently powered by commonly various variables inside the crypto space. Zilliqa has vigorously leveled. As of now, the cost in every practical sense has dropped fundamentally and arrived at the most minimal, especially conceivable help levels, from which a bounce back appears to be up and coming in a significant manner. As a matter of fact, with a bounce back, the ZIL cost may sort of make a good attempt to finish strong and lay out a climbing pattern before long, or so they especially thought. In this manner, the Zilliqa cost expectation for 2025 could in a real sense be for the most part near 50 cents, while for 2030 could especially be near $1. Zilliqa news today. All things considered, as opposed to prevalent thinking, Zilliqa cost as of late declared its gaming console, of which the beta rendition generally is supposed to basically be delivered before the finish of 2022. The control center will generally be prepared for pre-request in the especially second quarter of 2023. How is the Zilliqa organization gotten? The Zilliqa network especially has gotten through a really viable Byzantine adaptation to non-critical failure, or PBFT, agreement convention, truly intending that it's sort of the most 66% of all hubs should concur that a record is precise for it to be generally added to the blockchain. Each Zilliqa blockchain shard depends on a gathering of hubs to explicitly affirm a subsection of the multitude of exchanges. And when every shard certainly has arrived at an agreement, a second gathering of hubs affirms the shards, aggregate outcomes, and adds another block to the blockchain in an unpretentious manner. The organization fundamentally utilizes elliptic bend cryptography to get its agreement convention and considers multisignatures in a significant manner. Notwithstanding the PBFT agreement convention that gets its exchange records, Zilliqa likewise really utilizes a proof-of-work calculation to dole out hub characters and in a real sense produce shards in a significant manner. Zilliqa fostered another dialect, Scylla, for its truly savvy contracts, truly in opposition to prevalent thinking. Short for shrewd agreement, middle-of-the-road level language. Scylla fundamentally is a well-being-centered language plan to consequently most certainly distinguish and most certainly wipe out security